G'day guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can make this amazing Cobra speed bag that uses this custom spring that I've built just for you guys and made available on my blog for just a few dollars. All the details for the whole project are on my blog as well, and the link to it is in the description below. The key to this whole build is this 3/4 inch diameter spring that I've made custom design exactly for this. And now it's designed to go onto a 3/4 inch pipe, and it just screws on. It's as simple as that, and it does not come off. Now the top also 3/4 inch pipe, but in the top section it's a plastic pipe that you'll be screwing in, and it's as simple as that. Job done. Some pool noodles for the target. Man, easy peasy. For the bottom part of your Cobra bag, you're going to need a galvanized steel pipe, 3/4 inch, onto which your spring will screw onto. Now I've got 3 foot long one here. It'll all depend on the height that you are and what height you're going to need it to be. Now it'll go into an umbrella base such as this. I recommend getting a concrete umbrella base if you're using it indoors. For outdoors you can get one that you can fill with water, and you want one that's about 30 kilos in weight. So that's it there. Now you want the spring to start roughly just above hip level. That determines the length of the galvanized pipe that you're going to need. You can make height adjustments within the umbrella base, but if you want to make height adjustments, I'll show you in another video how you can combine 2 galvanized steel pipes to create an adjustable height. That's for another video. To make sure it stays in there, get a pool noodle or some sort of rubber, cut it lengthwise, and then you wedge it in there like this. Cut the top off that you don't need. Insert your pipe. Tighten it using the screw that's in the umbrella, and there you go. That's pretty stiff now. So that's ready to go for the top section. Now make sure you put about 1 inch of the spring onto the pipe. To wedge it further down, you've got to actually twist it clockwise and then push down. It's the same way to take it off. This spring is very difficult to take off from the pipe. So once you've got it on there, it is pretty secure and it stays on there. However, for safety, I do recommend using some duct tape and just taping around it just in case it does come off. Now for your top section, you want a PVC pipe of some kind. Now the reason for that is that these are really light, and that's what you want. You want the top section to be fairly light so you've still got that fast action. Now they come in different types. There are these ones that are plastic and they've got like a thread on them, and there's also these white ones, the standard sort of PVC pipes that are sold in most, like Bunnings Warehouse in Australia and other hardware stores around the countries. So as this is already adapted to the 3/4 inch pipe, it's as easy as just screwing it in, and you do it in a clockwise direction. Now it is pretty hard to get it in there, but once it's in there, it's not going anywhere. In fact, it is really hard to get it out. To get it out, you've got to screw it clockwise as well. So clockwise and then pull up. Same principle. So clockwise to put it in and clockwise to get it out. Again, you want about 1 inch of space in there, so it goes in about 1 inch, and Bob's your uncle. So I'm just going to go ahead and screw it in. Okay, nearly there. Now you'll get bits of plastic coming off like that, little scrapes off the sides, but that's it there. Look how quick this is. Okay, now all we need to do is just set up the foam component at the top, the actual punching part of it, the head or the top I call it, and we will do that with pool noodles. Now when I say pool noodles, you can also use insulation foam like this. So it's made for pipes. It's a pipe insulation foam, and it's sold in most hardware stores, plumbing stores. But in Australia, we are fortunate. We have these pool noodles that cost just $2. It's like $1.50 US, and yeah, they're made here in Australia by the millions. So we've got them everywhere, just about every store, Bunnings, Kmart, Target, Big W, you name it, these are there. So they're very light and they're pretty much spot on. I'll cut a section and I'm going to wrap some duct tape around it, probably about that much, and then I'm going to make shapes to go over the top of it. Alright, here it is. I've basically taken that section of pool noodle, about that much, and I've wrapped it in duct tape. I've basically put duct tape. I've tightened some of the areas in duct tape a little bit so that there's like a contour here, and these is where those targets will go that I will make next. But that pretty much goes on there now, and it's nice and tight, and Bob's your uncle. So that's it. And that now is a really fast target. Now to make the targets, I'm going to take this green pool noodle and I've split it in half lengthwise. So I'm just going to use one half of it and I'm just going to wrap it around like this to see where I need to cut it off. There you go, I've just cut it off and that's perfect. Now I'm just going to tape it and I've got myself target. Now the initial bit of tape that I use to tape the two sides is Gorilla cloth tape, so it's nice and sticky and it's not going to stretch, and then over the top of that I can just tape with duct tape to create that nice feel. Alright, so here it is. I've taped it in red duct tape. I like the red colour because it just makes it easier to see, to watch and to hit. Now it's at the top at the moment, but you can move it up and down along the pool noodle. So you can have it down here, and then the black bit still comes at you. So you're punching sort of a little bit lower, so your stance might be low, and then you're weaving out of the way of this section here. And you can also move it up to the top if you want it at the top for doing like uppercuts, so when it comes down you can sort of load up an uppercut onto it. Now I'll put some gloves and do a quick demo, but just to say, you can have one of these, you can have two of them, you can have three, so that slows the top section down because it adds weight to it. But with a single one, it's still pretty quick, and you can make it quicker by simply taking that off and just using the bar itself. So there you go, let's do a demo now. Alright, here we go. I've got the target sitting fairly low. Alright,